If you're trying to start placing higher in tourneys and overall become a better player, listen to these few tips I wish I learned sooner as a competitive player. This video is going to break down an 11 kill win me and my duo got in FNCS Major Week 1 that boosted us into the top placing teams in our region. I'm going to cover everything from the little rotations to hype plays to ultimately win the game, and to fully let you inside the mind of how to end up on that leaderboard when everything is all said and done. Right here, as we roll up into the zone, we notice that there's a height team on our left, and as we get sprayed by this bush team, which I don't know why they're in a bush, but to each their own. This is not a good spot in zone though, so we quickly look back as there's another team late rotating and caught up in the storm. And as we're spraying them, we realize they actually did pull the next zone. So since they have no shield and are likely scuffed on heals and mats, we know we won't get sprayed by them and pretty much have a free rotate to the next zone. And now right here we aren't quite in yet, but my duo realizes there is not established height yet, so we ramp the teams in front of us, establishing ourselves in zone and as the current height team. And now as we do this, we of course block all of our angles so we don't get chopped out or have one of us get beamed, making us give height to another team. So as the first moving zone appears, we notice that it pulls to an uncontested large metal structure atop a hill. We react very quickly, beating all the other teams looking to gain height up to the structure. And as my duo is building up, since high ground is the ultimate goal of a competitive player, lots of teams are looking, and he ends up getting chopped out. But luckily, since I'm sticking very close behind him, I'm able to stabilize our ramp and ensure we get the high ground we were going after. And now sticking close to your duo is by far one of the most important keys to success in Fortnite Competitive for a multitude of reasons, but that's coming in a later video, so stay tuned for that. So now that we have height, we realize we do not have a lot of combined mats, so we make sure to spray the teams below us evenly so that every team will be either more shambles or just as shambles as us. Now a lot of people think success comes from just endgame in these stack situations, but in order to have the most success, you have to think about how to set up for these situations. And for example, I have a combat SMG in my inventory and my duo has an MK. These guns use different types of ammo, so we're able to maximize the amount of griefing we can do to the teams below. As instead of both of us having only 200 AR bullets, one person is now able to use 400 AR and the other is able to use 400 SMG. It's a small change really that can greatly affect your game in these situations, as it doubled our spamming capability, which is the whole purpose of high ground. So make sure you're thinking with a critical mind as you go through these early and mid-game stages of your game to better set you up for endgame, which is where all the big points come in. Now that we're rolling into the last zone of the game, we are very shambles with little to no mats up on height. So since I have all the whites, my duo drops, looking for a refresh, but he doesn't get it, so he comes back up to spray with me with the very little amount of mats that we have left. And we just want to stay up on height to ensure we get more placement points, as there still is a couple kids in the lobby left. But now we are able to drop, as it is a 2v1v1. My duo pinpoints one in storm and he goes after to chase him, while I'm dealing with this one on low ground that seems to have a little bit more mats. Now it looks like nobody has mats, as this guy is not building, he's just popping his mist, he's whited. So I let him run off into the storm, as the zone still hasn't closed and I can just stay rent-free in this circle. My duo ends up dying, but he kills one of them and the last kid dies to storm. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, maybe even learned something new. This is the first video of many that I'll be making, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Probably post some more tournament videos and tips and tricks. See what you guys like, I'll make them. Peace.